Hey, Nathan Duensing with Mossy Oak here. So we got rabbit on the cutting board and we're gonna make rabbit and dumplings. What we're gonna do here today is we're gonna make a stock out of the rabbit and then cook it down so the meat is super tender. We'll be able to shred it out and add it to the dumplings as well. So the first thing we're gonna do is season up all the different rabbit parts. We got the hind legs, the front legs, and the saddle here with the loins. And we're gonna season this side, and we'll season the other side in the pan. A little bit of pepper. And we got a hot Lodge cast iron here that we're gonna add a little bit of oil to. I'm gonna go in with this loin. This is a good hot pan, and I'm wanting to get some color on these rabbits to develop some flavor as I cook this down. All of that caramelization on the outside of these rabbits are gonna add to the flavor of the stock. So I also threw in the giblets, so the heart, the kidneys, the liver. They add great flavor, another added depth. So save those when you're dressing out your rabbits, and you can add those to a dish like this. All right, so once you brown on the one side, just gonna flip these, get them browned up on the other side. All right, so once you get the rabbit seared up on both sides, I'm not gonna take this rabbit out. We're gonna make a stock. I'm just gonna quickly add our vegetables in. So I'm gonna add onions. I just kind of stack the rabbit up together on one side. And we're just gonna do a quick saute with the vegetables, and then we're gonna add in our water. We're just gonna put a little bit of color on these onions and carrots and celery, and then we're gonna add our liquid in. All right, so after the vegetables have sauteed for a couple of minutes, we're gonna add in our liquid. We're just adding water in. We want all the flavors of the rabbit to develop this. So, if you wanted a richer stock, you could add chicken stock to it, but I'm just starting with water, and we're gonna develop the flavor from the rabbit and the vegetables. And then we're gonna add a little bit of thyme and a bay leaf to this as well. We're just gonna let it cook for a couple hours until the flavor's really developed in the stock and the rabbit's cooked through. Okay, so our rabbit's been simmering for a couple of hours now, probably just over 2 hours. The stock is reduced a little bit. It's got some great flavor. The rabbit's fully cooked, so we are ready to drain this and then make our dumplings. So to make our dumplings, we're gonna grab 2 eggs. I'm just gonna beat those a little bit. Then we're gonna add a tablespoon of shortening. And then we're gonna grab 3/4 of a cup of our rabbit broth. So very important, this broth is really, really hot. So you wanna go into this very slow to temper the eggs. You don't wanna dump it all in, because what you'll do is scramble the eggs. And then obviously it will make very bad dumplings. And then to that, we're gonna add a little bit of salt. And then we're doing 2.5 cups of flour. We're just gonna kind of incorporate that flour in to the wet ingredients. So you take some more flour, you're just gonna dust your work surface, and then you're gonna grab the dough, grab maybe half of this so it all fits on there. Keep adding a little bit more flour on top so it'll roll out, and you're just gonna roll these out 1/8 of an inch thick. And then from here, we've got our stock back up to a boil. We're gonna reduce down just above a simmer. Then we're gonna start adding our dumplings into the pot. So you can kind of, if they're good and floured, you can just kind of stack them 5 or 6 high. And then we're just gonna kind of drape them in to that stock. It's real nice and easy, so they fall right in there and they cook. All right, these dumplings have been cooking for about 20 minutes. As you can see, the stock has kind of thickened up a little bit as they've cooked down. You know, you can see the noodles kind of plumped up a little bit. You got the shredded rabbit in there. All right, so there is our rabbit and dumplings. Great for a nice cold day.